Make sure you listen to my daddy's podcast right now. It's the best show in the world.
Forever singing through my nuts. They say money make the world, but I feel it ain't enough. I probably die like this. Screaming gang up in this bitch. Middle finger to the world. Don't want them forever live.
They want my back against the mat, cause my hoodie all black. I'm a soldier, nasty like when soda gone flat. Back to back in these whips, my niggas know we the shit. You ever spend $1,000 just to impress a bitch? I'm on my city life, south side of Baltimore shit. Lay my arm out the window, that's a rollie, don't trip. These niggas hate us, but they won't say a goddamn thing. Coach put us in the game, I want a goddamn ring. As I steam broccoli, Swiss cheese on new keys. Bitch, please, my old chain like blue seeds. Bruce Lee, I be chopping through the cities. Bitches so many titties on IG, I'm such a litty
Yeah, and this is episode number 11 of the Cards Face Up podcast. I am your host, Mr. Ty Hill, a.k.a. I done made a few fuck-ups today, but we're going to make it right. Today I have a special show, you feel me? It's episode number 11. I want to give a shout-out, a big shout-out to my two co-hosts. My first co-host, who's amazingly talented, singer, songwriter, performer, production assistant, road rep, internet personality, a blogger. She's always on the road. She's Miss Ashley, my sister, first of all, Miss Ashley Alexander, a.k.a. Miss Lomax. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a long time coming, so I'm glad you're doing a podcast. I'm happy for you.
Look, sis, I'm happy that you're here. You feel me? And next up, I got one of my biggest supporters, you feel me, my man, Mr. Clint, a.k.a. Clint Eastwood. You know, me and him go back and forth with a lot of conversations over the previous podcasts as they come out. So I had to bring you along because your opinion it's been wonderful, brother. How are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, see all these things that Ashley got, you know, I need to buy more hats, or I need to find more hats. Jesus Christ. What the hell?
This is the first time all of my hats have been put in a closet and all are at the same place at the same time.
Look. I am so happy to have you two here. You feel me, to be a part of the Cards Face Up podcast. We're going to kick this show right on the road, you feel me? We're going to get it going. I have a question for y'all, you feel me? Shout out to my man, Mr. Batman, a.k.a. Mr. Marcus Houston. You feel me? I got to shout him out because he just now got married. You feel me? And I happen to be watching the reruns of Sister. You feel me? I'm loving that. You feel me? That nostalgia feeling. And he just got married at 39 years old to a young lady that's only 19 years old. Have y'all heard about that?
I have. I grew up a Romeo fan, so, you know, this isn't like my man's being taken and getting married. But what I can say is, at some point between 18 or 19, you do have the thought that now you can bag something no matter the age, right? And I think that plays into some things. But I had heard that he knew her business-wise or from family or something sort of mutual, so has known her a bit growing up. And I think that kind of makes a difference in it being, I don't know. I mean, it's the same thing like, you know, there's plenty of artists who have legally gotten guardianship, of their younger wives. So... I mean, kudos to her not being 17. Kudos to her not being 16. Mm-hmm. I'm saying, like, okay, but
she's definitely legal now.
Mm-hmm.
But like
younger.
You said, like you said, you feel me? He's known her for a while, so that means she couldn't have been legal then.
Right. And I like to impress upon people. Let's not forget the Chris Stokes affiliation and the air of things that play into the actions and spaces of some artists, you know.
The Chris Stokes affiliation is a big part of it, especially being that I believe the daughter, they said the Chris Stokes' daughter or something introduced them or something, right?
Right.
That's the story that.
Right. Or I thought that the wife was a child of a sibling of Chris Stokes. Like I thought it was a family, like a niece or something of. Doesn't matter. It's a little all too close.
Hey. What do you think, Mr. Eastwood? What do you think?
I mean, so it's for me, it'd be two sides because I got a 17-year-old, and I couldn't see her marrying, not only dating, but marrying someone 20 over 20 years of her age. That's wow. But on the flip side, I'm 40 and I'm dating someone 15 years younger than me. So, I mean, granted, she didn't just become of legal age, but wow, it's still something, right? 7 years ago. But looking at their photos, like you couldn't tell that he's 39 years old. But I heard you.
Well, he's using a lot of Beijing. It's a lot of Beijing on that hairline, back man. Come on now, this from a fellow bald head nigga. You feel me? So I gotta support my brother. Understand this, Mr. Marcus Houston. That Beijing is a lot, brother. It's Jermaine Jackson amount. Like,
don't give him that type of shade. That's 4 different. No, that ain't fair. Jermaine got 3 executive decisions going on.
Man, that shit is helmet amount. Like,
you know it is. Yo, them sides.
Man.
Have you seen the ads for the new Edge gel little competition they got on Facebook? Yo, Jermaine been winning that forever.
Yo, but Marcus Houston gonna be a fucking runner up. Y'all gotta admit. Look, so I mean, all right, what do y'all think? You feel me? Let's go through it. Yay or nay? Ask, yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay. Clint, yay or nay?
Yay.
You said nay?
Yeah, he said yay.
No, I said yay. I said yay.
I'm going to say, fuck, it's a tricky one because it's such love is an important thing. You feel me? And when you find love, it's fucked up when you have to hold it to so many standards. Over 18 love, you guys. I'm not fucking saying fall in love with 13-year-olds and shit like that. But when you're in love and the person is of legal age, it comes with so many people looking at you, especially when they just now hit 18 or 19. That's a big thing. Because then I have to look at it on some shit like, how fucking long have you been looking at her? You feel me? Like, if y'all getting married at 18, 19, like, and we known each other for. If y'all say y'all just met yesterday and y'all got married, like, fuck it, on a limb, I'm all for it. But if y'all been dating a while and she only 18, 19, it's a big chance that you've been trying to fuck or was fucking way before she was 18, and then it's R. Kelly status. And when it gets to R. Kelly status, then I'm on the nay side. You feel me? I'm nay all day. But man, 2021, I'm yay all day. You feel me? I'm with it. I'm yay. You feel me? At 2021, I think it comes with a little bit different. You could have been dating them for a couple months or a year or whatever. I mean, but like Ash said, this isn't nothing new. They've been doing this shit for a while, but the Chris Stokes affiliation is a big deal. You feel me? Because a lot of weird shit that's been said to go on over there.
Yes, and I would imagine it's just been the way things are to some degree. Not to just shade him entirely, but most things have a genesis. So
man, yeah, it's a weird thing. So for us, you feel me? I think we all gonna say nay. I was speaking to a friend, you feel me, a homegirl recently, and she was telling me, right? She said a lot of times she felt like she was being raped by fellas that she dealt with, right? She said, they ask so much, and she like, they're trying. Like when y'all together, they're just pushing their luck. They're touching this. They're rubbing that. They're trying to push with this constantly, to the point that she just got tired and said, and just went with it. But here it is now, as her being an adult in her 30s, she's like, yo, I'm looking back. I think I was being raped. Like, it was coercion versus rape. Like, what do y'all feel about that situation? Because she's not the first homegirl that I heard say some stuff like that. I've heard many of girls speak of, I was talked into it. It wasn't consensual, and this, that, and another. You feel me? So I purposely want to choose Miss Alexander second on this one. I want Clint to go first, and tell me what do you think about that, homie?
To be honest with you, it's sensitive though. Like it's two sides to every story. So I get it. I just want to go back and touch it. Like, I didn't know that they were Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, you talking about Marcus Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always been.
So you said the nay. You both said the nay because like, but did you know that they were all like they met in Jehovah's Witness conversations?
No, and that
Well,
does
medicine
make it
religious
different.
that. See?
Well, hold up. We're gonna come. You're right, because that is important. So let's stay on that for a second. Then we'll go to the other topic. That's some real shit. That's important to know, the Jehovah's Witness part. But also, she was a missing girl. Did anybody read about that? It's supposed to be she was missing since she was like 15 or something.
Oh.
Because you just now made me, now that you brought that back up, it made me think about something else that was real important. You feel me? This was supposed to be a runaway or something since like 15.
Oh, there was some aspect I saw somewhere about that.
Now, question is, I don't know how true that is or, you know, like exactly what it is with that, but the word around town, you know, on all the blogs, was she was missing since she was like 15. So if she popped back up at 18, 19, and all of a sudden marrying Marcus Houston, not to shade anyone's religion, because I don't know much about Jehovah's Witness, but you pointed that out, I guess, for a reason. Do they believe in more of younger?
Or more arranged marriage, like family bond, you know, spiritual bond, arranged marriage esque? Because there could be the aspect that's that as well.
That's scary.
That's yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be biased because I don't know anything like other than not answering the door when they try to come and knock, you know, give us some shit. That's all I got.
Yeah. You wouldn't answer the door if Marcus Houston showed up at your door with Beijing on his head?
Nah, I'm good.
I would answer. Yo, I swear to God, I would answer the door.
It's not Romeo at my door. You aren't my immature fantasy file. It's great to see you. I love all because of you. Next door.
Hey, yo.
If you said it was Prince, I am opening the door. He also got legal guardianship of Maytay at 17 or 18, something like that, married her around 19, but she'd been on passport grounds. So
Prince don't need you to fucking open the door right now. He can come through the fucking door. What
that is hurtful and too soon, and you know it. You know I'm not ready to talk about that shit.
Yeah. Prince is coming through the door like this.
God. Oh.
Yeah. Look, all right, so it's still a fucking nay for me, even if he's Jehovah, even if she was not if he's Jehovah, but if he's a Jehovah Witness, it's still a nay for me. Fuck that. You feel me? So on to that other topic. What did you think about that though, Clint? Do you believe, like, do you agree with what she was saying? She was raped, or you know, it's like coercion versus rape. Like, what is it? Am I pronouncing that word correctly? Don't have me look like a fool, y'all. Yeah.
Coercion?
Yeah, you got it.
Look, I'm just a hood rapper. Don't
I know, we know. You got it.
So what you think, Clint?
So like, I don't always like. I feel sorry. I got sympathy for the person that was raped, but you know, I don't like taking everyone's just one side of everything. Like,
that's fair, and I
people
get that
beefing.
too.
I'm not saying that, you know, she wasn't raped. Not at the same time. So I feel sympathy for that person, and I listen to that person's story. But like, I got to hear both sides. Like, it's coercion or rape. Like, it's like, if you're black and blue, then you got raped. Like, this is bucks. But I've seen where, just being a recruiter, so I've seen like people trying to join the military, and they're like, well, I got this sexual assault, and then they tell me this Hobbs story that I was 17, she was 14, and I was like, well, nothing happened, but I was like, well, you still got this shit on you. But there's always a side to every other story.
I agree. It's definitely many sides to many stories. It's just a touchy topic because it's a touchy situation because I do see what she was saying. I understand fully where she's trying to direct the conversation. And I agree that probably I've never been a woman trying to have a man seduce me. But seduction is something that a lot of women ask for. You know, I want to be seduced. You know, most of us men are taught certain things from the beginning. You know, the hot spots. You know, we grow up, that's our hot spot. I don't even know if the neck turns fucking females on, but we're all taught that shit young. The hot spot. Every female done had a fucking passion mark on her neck because some asshole done taught this little boy that's where you go. You know, that's how you get her hot. You feel me? And so that shit is it's hard to understand.
I will say this though: if men are teaching to give ladies passion marks, as you would call them, they're fucking hickeys. They're stupid. They're awful.
And they blood clots, right?
And they blood clots, man.
Yeah, they're blood clots. Yeah.
But listen, if given hickeys is going to stop you going straight to touching my vagina, okay. If that is the thing about a hot spot or a passion thing, it's not like, you know, but you see it in movies. You know, most guys are kissing chicks on the clavicle real soft and tender and like touching scars and shit. No.
But most of them are at the beginning. All right, so fuck it's hard to have a conversation without sounding like a fucking rapist from a man's perspective. So Clint, I understand why you're kind of it's kind of hard, but let's be honest. Most sexual experiences from the beginning starts with a no, not yet. It's too early. And no man stopping for that. Now, if she would have been like, I said stop, every man would have probably stopped if he kept going.
Now, listen, I'll bring this up. I bring this up all the time. And I got two men here, so let's go with this really quick. I said to some homegirls over the past couple years, until we get to a point that this little action that I'm about to say is considered rape, we're never going to get anywhere. You miss doing whatever. Let's say you're doing missionary, however it is. You hit her a stroke thrust a little too tough. You know what I'm saying? She feels away. And most guys know the hand on the thigh. We've seen it in porn. We've seen it in real life. The hand on the thigh with no push is, all right, back it the fuck up. Back it up or get out, right? If we got to push, take a foot, do any of that, we got problems. But that extra 2-3 power strokes they give before they actually get out is considered rape. And until we get to the clarity that that's the case, no. That 5-second window between the push out, like the push, like, all right, slow down, stop, and actually getting out.
And then the actual going in, like the ram that we just charging.
There's an actual 4-second window where you're not out of her still. So I like to say that in these conversations. There are other things people don't want to talk about in those dynamics of what is considered hearing somebody.
I'm going to go to court. Your Honor, it was only 4 seconds. I raped her for just 4 seconds. Just 4 seconds.
We're not making, let's make it clear, we're not making fun of rape.
No.
Victims.
No.
Fuck anyone that is raping. But it's this situation, man. My honest opinion is, it's kind of fucked up because, you know, most first sexual experiences do start with a little bit of push, you know, and it isn't only women, you know, it's men. I mean, it isn't only women feeling like this. I've had females, you know, them like, you know, I'm trying to play the good role and y'all about to laugh like, no, says no man ever, but trying to play the good role, you know, her hands all down my pants and shit. You know, these things do happen.
That is true.
You know, but us men, we do have a we ain't saying no too many times, you feel me? We might try to play it off a little bit, move our hand or some shit. She might even be ugly. We're not saying it because we don't want sex and it's too early. We probably saying it just because you ain't the one we want to have sex with. But at a couple of them little hand gestures, fuck it, I do it with one eye, fuck it. Like, you know, like things are different when it comes to us trying because, you know, does sex take a little bit of talking into? Or should it, imagine if all your sexual experiences had to be y'all both made a decision before y'all got there to say, look, we fucking. Yeah, we fucking.
That's the stigma these days. That's what's going on. Like, there's no, like, foreplay going on. There's no romance lately. Like, these younger generations, just because I got younger generation kids, and they be dad this, dad that. It's like, oh, okay. No flowers, no shit. I'm texting this person. I'll be there in 5 seconds. Okay, cool. Damn, that's how it is these days.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it's both male and female. These young kids, like, let's say young kids. Yeah, these young kids. the newer generation. That's how they roll these days.
Right.
Well, I think media's focused so much more of what's going on and what intimacy, love, partnership, all of that stuff, especially for these younger kids. They see this all different. And now the thing that I do like that our society has shown now is that people are more vocal about what they want, about what they like, about what they tolerate and what they don't. I think when we were growing up, it was a lot more innuendo. It was a lot more something had to happen for you to realize whether you liked it or you didn't. You know what I mean? It took 3-4 hangouts with a bunch of mutual friends before the friends should just eventually leave the room and go outside and kick it and leave y'all alone. But then in that space in between, you're kind of talking, but you both know what you're here for. So sometimes I mean, Ty might be right in the essence that there's a lot of removal from, you know, there's a lot of removal from being consensual and talking about that way. And sometimes he's right. It does take, but I also think that people also take going on a dinner date and having some drinks at the dinner as the space to get
that's the foreplay.
You know what I'm saying? I think a lot more people take you to Fridays to get you not drunk that you don't remember enough, but just get you nice, get your courage up. You know.
Why? All right. So again, not making fun of any victim, but why I never hear these stories? And like I said, I've heard a few homegirls say this, but I've never heard about homegirls saying, "Yeah, he forcefully ate my vagina." Like they never fucking say that though. Because I know for sure a lot of men do that shit and then y'all stop them at the door. No, we're not going any farther. But he done already gave you oral sex and you was all good with that shit. You feel me? I've never heard a conversation be like, nah, bro, you know, I didn't really want to do it. He just started eating his shit. I think his mouth raped me. Like you never hear that shit. You feel me? And again, go ahead.
Aziz Ansari, you know, that's what he kind of got hit with. It was, he took her on a date. I don't think it turned into sex, but he must have given her oral or something like that. And then she came out feeling that it was, you know. I
think, no, fellas, women, everybody. No means fucking no.
Right.
That's point blank with it. No means no. Women, I understand what you're saying about the coercion and feeling as if it may be rape, but I think we have to be more vocal with how the fuck we feel, and this is honest. Be more vocal. If you're not feeling it, stop. It ain't no continue kissing on me. It ain't no continue to let him play with you. It's no more touching. Get the fuck off me. Anything after that point is rape. Yeah. Because you made it clear with the serious voice, I'm not fucking joking. A lot of men feel as though they're reading women through their tone of voice. They're reading women through their actions. You feel me? I've even watched TV shows and shit. They was like, you know, well, she was wet. Asshole. That's nothing to do with rape. It has not a fucking thing to do with rape. The vagina gets wet. You feel me? So, you know, that's... Yeah, it has nothing to do with you. You feel me? Just like when it doesn't get wet, it might not have nothing. That's some bullshit, too, because when it don't get wet, y'all motherfuckers say it is us.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
I gotta watch y'all.
But, I mean, but listen, but that is true, though. That if you really aren't attracted to somebody, you really might not be feeling it.
As wet. You feel me? But yeah, again, I don't think I consider it rape per se without a lot more information. You feel me? I would like to say you should, if you're not specifically saying no, it's not. He just kept trying and then I gave in. What the fuck? That just doesn't seem like rape to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say no. Clint, what you say?
No.
Ash, what you say?
No.
All right, so listener, I pray that you keep listening to us, home girl. I fuck with you in real life, so. But I had a good question today, right? And it's funny because I had a user submitted, a listener submitted question that was on the same fucking topic.
Oh,
so I'm like, oh, this is fate. Like, it's got to be fate. So Nicole Young, which is the estranged wife of hit producer, hip hop star, Mr. NWA himself, Dr. Dre. You know, she wants temporary spousal support of a little bit below $2 million per month. Now, they have been together for 24 years. 24 of them things. And they also have 2 children. One is 23, one is 19. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start my opinion off on this shit first. 24 years, long fucking time.
I mean, you're instated into your existence and mutual lifestyle being created. First off, so California also is probably very different when it comes to divorce laws and big money like that. I'd imagine it's a different go out there. Will Smith got it.
I don't imagine that you shouldn't be wanting fucking $2 million per month. No matter where we live at.
I agree.
My opinion. Now, also, I look at 24 years of marriage. You feel me? It's 2000. Year of the corona, subtracted by 24. We're talking, what, 95, 96, they had to get married. So this, because Michelle A was, what, fucking 94 or some shit.
Yeah.
So, so we talking about 95, 96. We talking after Michelle A, which means it was after the death row, the death row
split,
beautifulmess, death row greatness. You know, it was after that reign because it had to be, because Michelle A took over a little bit after when Suge went to jail, Pac died and shit, like 9-6. So we're talking, Dre had already had the NWA success. Oh, no, we're not. Because then if you think about it, if we're after the death row, he left everything to death row to do the aftermath. So that means he was back broke again. I think we need to know how broke he was, because I'm trying to I'm trying to look at it on the aspect of how much you was fucking there for. You know, like, all right, so if I accumulated $1 million while I'm with my wife, I don't think that she's deserving of $500,000 just because we're splitting. Now, I do think I have put her in a different lifestyle. So, and if we have kids together, certain things change, but half of everything. What the fuck do you plan on doing? And I believe Miss Nicole Young is like a lawyer or something.
Yeah.
Like she's not just some random chick that just wants money or alimony and shit like that. She's a lawyer or something. So it's got to come a thing of what you gonna do for the rest of your fucking life. Like if we're splitting at 50, 49, whatever Dre age is, if we splitting at that age, I mean, hopefully we both got another 30 in us, 30, 40 in us. I'm not about to pay for the rest of your fucking life that I'm not a part of. Now, if we have a 1-year-old and I got 17 more years with that motherfucker, then it's a difference. But I'm not about to just pay for you fucking being happy for the rest of your life just because we fucked and got married. So it's also a big situation about prenup. They said it was a prenup involved. She said he ripped it up. Dr. Dre said, no, I ain't do that shit. I was making beats by Dre. He's saying that's not what it was. So I know that she's a lawyer, so she's got to have her little ducks in order. I do know some of that shit is going to come out. And like, what do y'all think? Is that too much?
But did you?
I mean, that's an absorbent amount of money.
We talking about $1 billion man. Dre is $1 billion man. I think he's worth like 8 million or something, 800 million or something. They said, but shit, he's $1 billion man.
Last year was 900 million last year.
That's a lot of fucking money. But
it's a lot of money. But did you see why she said she needed that $2 million a month or $2 million, whatever the fuck it was?
No, because I'm gonna tell you what the fuck I read. I read their kids is 23 and 19. You ain't taking care of my fucking kids no more.
Oh.
It's one thing you say my fucking kid. All right, you say, look, my kids shouldn't even fucking ask me for $2 million a month. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand you have a big lifestyle. We got to come up with a break. I don't want to pay you for the rest of your fucking life. But hold on, we're gonna go into the listener submitted question with this. You feel me? And their question was, like I said, it was real similar, which was like, yeah, this shit was magic. Husband and wife both have cars, both in a husband names. When should the other spouse start paying their own car note, like in insurance? Like they're not together. When? So that's in my opinion, that ran straight to the Dr. Dre shit, because it's like when the marriage ends, what constitutes being civil? Where do we fall at? Y'all look lost. Y'all look like I don't want to say the wrong. Ashley look like I don't want to say the wrong thing, because if I happen to marry Romeo from Immature, he gonna pay for all this if he divorced.
Look, I can't fuck none of my chances up in life. I mean, my new future is Yahya Abdul Mateen II, but that's got nothing to do with that.
What the fuck?
Oh,
yo,
shit.
What y'all think? Like, is this being civil, or is this just like I divorced, so we're gonna fuck me for the rest of my life?
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know. I don't know if it's spiteful or if it's mutual, but somewhere she's probably trying to upkeep whatever lifestyle they've had. That would be the only thing.
Here, I'll read you what she needs the money for. She needs $10,000 a month to keep her house clean. She needs $135,000 to pay for new clothes each month. She needs $900,000 per month to cover entertainment costs.
It's fucking Corona season.
$60,000
Where the fuck is she being entertained?
$60,000 a month for education costs.
For who? Whoever, she just out there giving
maybe the kids live with her. Maybe one of them.
She out there giving homeless people education money and shit. Look, get a degree, nigga. What the fuck are you doing with? All right, first of all,
she needs $20,000 a month to pay for telephone, cell phone, and email use.
I said we had a Wi-Fi connection mishap earlier. She got some better shit than me. I need that shit. That's the shit I need.
For $20,000 a month.
Yo. Yeah, that's the gold package over at Xfinity. Yo, I got what was the clothes again? How much on the clothes?
Oh, hold on. $135,000 a month.
So, all right, let's let's understand this.
A month.
She ain't even mentioned fucking food, so it is ridiculous right now. But $135,000 a month for clothes to not go fill out a fucking job application. To not go do a fucking job interview? Fuck that. No, we gonna drop that shit down. You done spent too much. Let's see, man, it's the rewards. Where are the rewards? All right, we lived together, we worked together, we married, and it didn't work.
What if she was his lawyer through all of this?
The lawyer through all of what? All his career? The 24 years?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. My fucking lawyer can't sue me for fucking when I fire his ass, he can't say, well, I want $2 million a month. None of that matters. You feel me? She would get it's nowhere that you can go in life. Nowhere you can go except for fucking a marriage where you could ask for some shit after that's going to continue forever. Your fucking separation from your job. Your separation from your job. It's you're not getting that much. You feel me?
I know.
So,
I mean, but that also, like I said, Will Smith's wife first wife got a lot of money in that divorce, which at the time I don't think it was anywhere near $1 million, and I think at the time frame of it was a lot. I just think he's not going to make her executor of an estate or anything. It's not like she don't have no job. So, okay, she can figure out whatever for herself. But I really think all of that money is upkeep. It's about upkeep of the existence her and her children have had. Because it's technically kind of not her. It's her and one of those children. Because one is legal, but the other one isn't, right? One's still younger?
No, one is 19 and 23. They both legal. Marcus Houston would have married him. He old enough for Marcus Houston to hand the marriage. I don't know if it's a him. It could be a him or a her. I'm not with it. I think this. Clint, what do you say? Where are we at with it?
For which one? Are we talking about Dr. Dre or the caller?
The Dr. Dre. all of it, the whole civil. What constitutes being civil versus like it's over.
I just don't see it like how. I get it legally. So you maintain a lifestyle. So if you're together for 24 years and you have lived this lifestyle for X number of years, you're on the hook for a little bit. I'm not saying $2 million a month, but you're on the hook for something, right? I'm just reading the expense. Like, I don't know where I'm paying $20,000 a month for internet. Like, I just
No.
you can get T1 and you're still not paying 20 grand a month. Like, anyway, all right. I think some things are crazy with the numbers, but again, I'm also not making $900 million. So I what am I to say, right? Mm-hmm. As far as the other thing being civil, I think once if you're I'm guessing that they both left part of the way. So I think being civil, if someone's being civil, then you take care of what's yours and I take care of what's mine.
Yeah.
For me, from my understanding, so if I'm being civil with someone, I'm gonna take care of me, and you take care of you, and
to an extent. And the only reason I say to an extent is because some people have made them live that lifestyle. You feel me? So I do understand the women that had to sit at home while he was chasing whatever dream it was. You feel me? While he was obtaining that money. So I do feel as though it should be some type of help, support to make sure she can live her lifestyle for a certain amount of time. But I'm not doing this shit forever. And $2 million a month is way too much fucking money. So we should have a separation.
It's not for forever.
How long is alimony?
It depends on the judge, how long the judge feels it's both lawyers going to be negotiating like, hey, I think, you should pay this alimony for this number of years because whatever factors. So it's a set, like they come to agreement. It's not a forever term. I'm not paying $2 million a month to maintain you. If I'm only $900 million, that I'm going to be, my net worth is going to be gone in less than a year.
Yeah.
And Ash, what you think?
I mean, the way Clint's putting it is a way to look at it in the frame of it. I mean, that money accumulated is going to accumulate very quickly. That's a lot to get in a year. That's just a lot. Now, if it's a situation like, let's say maybe he wasn't an active parent or something, or however you want to look at it in the ins and outs of actual day in, day out life with them, and she's using it to invest in her kids or something like that on the back end in another space, okay. But I just don't see someone trying to dupe somebody out their money. So it's excessive. It's really excessive.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see this prenup comes up. So.
Right.
The prenup is a different situation. But my man, I'm gonna leave on this note of this topic. Like my man Life Jennings say, she's not needy, she's greedy. Y'all didn't get the album? Y'all didn't get Life Jennings' first album? What the fuck? Come on, man. You just coming home from jail. All right, so look. In a recent interview, my secret baby mother, Miss low haircut, Halle Berry's pretty, but I thought she was prettier. The baddest chick in the industry until she kissed Birdman, and I was like, what the fuck? My boo-boo, Miss Toni Braxton, in a recent interview said, I regret not having more sex when I was younger. I should have drank more. I should have partied more, smoked more even. I think my religion upbringing stopped me from doing a lot of things that I should have done. It's not a good look at the age that I am now. The way it works is you do the stuff in your 20s and your 30s, and then in your 40s, you've earned enough money to pay for the therapy. I love that last part she said.
That's good.
You earned enough money to pay for your therapy because that's some rich shit because, most of us ain't going to earn enough money to pay for therapy. We motherfucking out here by 40. But do y'all agree? What y'all think? Like,
I understand that. I agree with her. I mean, there's a lot of space, spending a lot of years singing and doing shows is one thing. Being in an environment that's predominantly male and someone knows someone who knows someone and wherever, there's no real availability to like, oh, let's just get tore up and have those memories of Ashley, or let's go, go.
Well, Ash, not to cut you off, and I really wanted you to be a part of this question here with this, because you are one that I swear, we started a lot of things together. You feel me? And we are a family. But you're one that I swear I call sometimes just to hear where the fuck you're at, or just look on your social medias just to see where the fuck you at, and I live vicariously through your non-fear of I'm going somewhere. That shit is beautiful to me. So you're one of those people that live life, I'm not going to say on the edge because you come from Maryland. You're not fucking stupid. But you live life to live life, experience. I know some of your party times and things of that sort, you feel me? And you have enjoyed life. That's why what I just said just now put a smile on your face, because you just thought about, yeah, I did. That shit was beautiful. But it's people inside the world that will never experience that. So what do you feel about a person? And Clint, you're probably opposite, being that you were you had structure to yours because of your background and things of that sort. What do y'all think? Like, is it better to do it early and have fun, or is it better because Duvall responded to her and was like, yo, no, you could do it now and shit. You're not too old to do it now. You feel me? Especially being that diseases don't really exist from the older men. Like, you're not going to get HIV. And I thought he was funny. But, like, what y'all think? Like, Ash, what you think?
I mean, even in the bigger picture of it, I've always been really social, and I've always had opportunities to go kicking places. But even in the shit that people are doing that is wild at some parties, I'm still not a part of that. I might be there to witness it, or be somebody's DD, or be whatever for some shit. But a lot of times I'm not a part of it. Like, I just want to get high, let's smoke something, and then go about my business. Like, that's just kind of where I was with it, right? But I do think now that I've seen most of this country, I work on music tours, Clint. So I've seen most of this country from a tin can, where I guarantee have a day off, where I've guaranteed they paid me, and I could do anything I want in this city. And I'm probably not coming back for another year. Is actually more tempestuous than just like Vegas or somewhere that you would think, like just to go meet friends, go in this, get into something or whatever. But I do think what matters more is, because I'm and I hate to say this, but I'm a big advocate of doing things twice. That's not the best statement when you use examples that are really bad or really dangerous or something like that. But sometimes I think the shock of certain things doesn't confirm how you feel.
Right.
But if you are hesitant to go back to something, or you're welcoming of it and you figure it out and it's something, that's a whole other conversation, you know? So I get where she's at, especially because she's in a different structured thing where she has to make sure that her sisters are viewed a certain way.
Clint trying to keep the serious face like we don't know that's his fucking little ass chihuahua back there, Buck.
No, but I mean, Toni Braxton has a really, really structured background she comes from that's based on business, that's based on family, that's based on a certain lifestyle while representing her sisters. So she has always had to go about this different. And so I think the little spaces you see over time of her trying to branch out and be more sexy, or however she wants to put it, it's still in the midst of, like, you know, everyone knows Tamar now. Like, Tamar is a different person than her, but she's still not wild either. So I can't knock her for vying for that or envying that she didn't maybe have more experiences when she was younger.
Right. So I just really wanted, and me and you gonna still talk, Clint. I really just wanted to get Ashley's opinion on that part. She has to go because I swear she lives the life of fucking Catch Me If You Can. You remember Catch Me If You Can? And the father was like, "Where you going at today, Frank? Where you going at today, Frank?" So Ashley, we will look at you on your social media somewhere to see what beautiful place you have ended up in today. We thank you for joining the Cards Face Up podcast. I love you so much.
No,
Please
I
tell them where they can catch you.
And like I said, I will come back. We will have a whole other conversation. You have to come out to my podcast as well, both of you. You can find me on Instagram at BatBuddha, and if you don't know how to spell Buddha, that's BUDDHA, because that's where everyone always messes it up. And also do at the Ashley Alexander. I have a YouTube channel, and I have podcasts, interview, panel discussions I've done as well. So that's what I've been doing in my time off the road. But between those, you can pretty much see everywhere that I've been. And
she's got her podcast is the shit. She does so much, and especially if you're into music, she does so much with her podcast dealing with music too. Topics too, but the music, she's fucking amazing with music, so you can only imagine what her opinion on the shit is. Ashley, we love you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure y'all check her out. I love you.
Please give everybody in the house a hug and a kiss from me. Clint, it's a pleasure. I'll see you guys soon. Be safe.
Always.
Talk to you soon, sweetie. So Clint, what's your opinion, Mr. Eastwood? Like, do you agree with Toni Braxton?
I agree with her. Like, I mean, so I get it. Like, her being an entertainer and in a young age probably was more like being told go here, go there, and she didn't really get to enjoy a lot of things in her young years. So I agree with it. So I mean, even though my job was structured, it was always work hard, play hard. So you know, when work was done, we did some stupid shit.
Yeah, but y'all still had, like you said, it was the structure. I think is what separates a lot of people, and maybe some people don't get to have structure at all. And I think when you get older, you know, us being a little older, we start looking at certain things like, damn, I wish I would have. So I understand what Tony is saying 100% because it makes sense. But also, I hate the second half of life. What can I call it? The second half of life bullshit of it's over. Oh, it's too late. Let's shut the fuck up and get out there and have some fucking fun, Tony. Go out there and fuck some random people if you want, Tony. Smoke a blunt, Tony. Who gives a fuck, Tony? I mean, literally, at the age that you are, and like I said, I laughed at the Duval shit. It was funny, you feel me? He was like, you know, you can't really catch too many diseases, like they older now, they, you know. But fuck that part, Tony. You can pay for your, like, all right, we are all at a position right now, like, Clint, you think about where you at your age versus where a 21-year-old Clint was at. My fuck-ups at 21-year-old Ty was real bad fuck-ups. Like, they were fuck-ups that made me think life is over. Like, fuck, how am I going to bounce back? My fuck-ups today, like, if I go out there and be an asshole and do certain shit, I could kind of get myself out of these situations. I've met enough people. I've moved enough places. I've been nice to this. I've earned that much. You feel me? Not saying I'm in no good fucking tax bracket, but shit, if I want to fucking do some dumb shit, I could probably afford to be able to do some dumb shit. You feel me? Or make a few dumb mistakes. Like I've earned that right. Beyond money, I've earned that right to be able to make mistakes. So I hate when people get a little bit older, you know, and I always call it the second run of life. You feel me? Your second half. Everybody look at that shit as it has a plateau, like you're going up. You hit 40, then it's drop down. Like, no, I'm not fucking willing to drop down. You know how many people are hitting 40 and then climbing up higher? Like, you feel me? I got friends that's 40, 45, 50, 55 that's in better shape. My father's 60 years old. He will outrun most of y'all. You get what I'm saying? Like, I hate when they get to that point of you have to, like, oh, you know, it's all downhill from here. I'm not willing to live downhill. And I don't think Tony should. I don't think you should. Like, I understand where she's going with it, you feel me? But, man, every day, if Corona ain't made us think nothing, it should have made us understand every day is a new day, and we must appreciate having that fucking day. You dig what I'm saying?
I'm all about that. 41, I'm do all kinds of stupid shit.
Real shit, though. Look. I got
Listen, I told you because that's when I got that guaranteed paycheck. I don't have to worry about it not going away. It might touch me differently. Yeah,
real shit. So, hey, Clint, you've been able to look at the little, and I try to do something with this podcast. You feel me? Because I treat this podcast just like how I did with music or anything else. So you've been looking at the Joe Buttons versus Tahiri situation. I'm gonna call it versus.
I did. Like I watched that hour-long video of Tahiri. I wish you would just told me to scroll all the way up to like the last 20 minutes or something. But anyway, I was like, where's she gonna talk about Joe Budden? I'm waiting for it. And then it was like 3 minutes of it. And I was like, oh damn.
I told you to watch it. Because I fucking got stuck watching this long-ass interview, and I was fucking mad. I only went in for one thing, too. I didn't fucking care what Tahiri been doing with her life.
Right.
So what did you come up with? Like, you looked at the Joe Budden's response?
I did. Like, the Joe Budden response. So he only rebutted one thing of what Tahiri said, and that was the broken nose, where he said that someone hit her in the nose, and we met her at the hospital or something like that. And, you know, he told somebody, like, you can probably go verify this or something like that. So that's And that's the only thing like I'm gonna take away. Like it was like I said, it's two sides of that story, and you know, the other, I don't know, the common denominator was that she said I'm gonna defend me. So.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you, right, and anybody that knows me know I'm a Joe Budden diehard fan. You feel me? Majority of the fans, majority of the musicians that I am fans of, I would never fucking hang with. You feel me? That's just what it is. We're not the same people, but I respect their artistry. And Joey is one of those people that his artistry is fucking out of this world, and he's not appreciated artist-wise as he should, or even on this platform with podcast. He's not appreciated as he should because he started a lot of shit. You feel me? But with this, what stuck out to me with the Joe Budden situation and his response was he mentioned the nose shit. I'm like, my nigga, she clearly stated you broke her rib or some shit. Like, I don't know how you got on the nose, because she said what happened with the she was fighting a gay guy or something, and you said she called you after. She told us that story, but she also said you broke her rib or something, right? Or did I listen wrong?
No, she said like pushed me down the steps, and like I got some injury, my rib injury, and then he put it in a lyric or something like that.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, he didn't. That scared me, Joe. That made me look like, hey, Joey, what the fuck are you hiding over there? Because you definitely didn't mention that. She clearly stated something with the rib, the music, all of that shit, push her down the steps. You just went straight to the shit that she didn't even fucking blame you for. So I was like, what the fuck you hiding? One thing I do know about Joey as far as music, because I'm one of those people that I feel as though if you do music, you got to put your life into music, and I should be able to read your music and know who the fuck you are through it, which is why some of the newer artists I'm not a big fan of. I like their music, but I'm not a big fan because I don't know them. You feel me? I want music that make me know you. And with Joey, you know, Joey has been one that has always spoke of his life. You feel me? Dear Angie, you feel me? I know the man, baby mother. I know Trey. Like, that shit was just through music. It made us know his story, his life. And he admitted things wrong that he did with Trey's mother, Angie. You feel me? He's admitted those things. That's what scares me with the Tahiri situation. It's like, if he's not going to accept it, that's not normal Joe, because he admits his fault sometimes, you feel me? But I also never, with the Me Too movement going on and all those things, and me just being a real guy that respects all of that shit and is standing up tall with all women that are fighting to be respected, fighting to not be abused. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's hard. Do I want to believe Tahiri? Do I want to believe Joe? They both sound fucking crazy on certain parts of it, and especially when he came in like she's cancerous. She's a cancer. She does this, that, you know, and I'm like, fuck, because I know women like that. Like, I know the women that fucking put their hands on you and then fucking cry, oh, he hit me. Oh, I just punched you to get you the fuck out my face. You feel me? Not saying that's something that I would do, but you know, I've seen people respond and say certain things like, I never put my hand on a woman, you know, you should never do this. Man, that's how I feel. I never put my hand on a woman. I will never do this, that, and another. But certain situations I've heard, I've never been in, to know how I would react to it. Now, and I think in my head right now, me just thinking of it, I think I would never put my hand on a woman. And I teach my children, don't put because I got all boys, don't put your hand on a woman. But I don't know how it actually works when it's me in that situation. That dire, you feel me? Like, I know dudes that been hit in the head with a bat from a chick. I don't know how much fucking self-control I got after you to knock my fucking marbles loose.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, with the Joey and the Tahiri, man, I wish she didn't speak on it. No, I'm sorry. Because I never want you to hide what you're going through, because Joey doesn't deserve to fucking be able to still be out here and doing the things he's doing if that is something that you feel is, you feel me, without you being able to tell your truth. So I apologize for that. But I wish Joey kind of wouldn't have responded, because his response didn't teach us anything. It didn't tell us much. You know, he spoke of the situation, like I said, that really, it didn't have shit to do with it. Like, she didn't say that you broke her nose.
I mean, but in the beginning, he said that they were young and they were both toxic to each other, and that years later, like throughout the years, through all the shows, like she would come and reach out to him, and they would talk and chit chat, and like, you know, are you good? You good? Not this. I mean, he didn't reflect on anything she said other than that nose, but like knowing that toxic is toxic, and when you have two toxic people, watch out.
Yeah,
Watch
yeah,
out.
and Joey got to realize. I mean, Joey's an intelligent motherfucker, so he understands that your age don't really matter. A stupid ass decision at 24 or a stupid ass decision at 34 or 44, they're the same stupid ass decision. You feel me? And they going to put you into something. It scares me that this came out at the same time that he's going through the situation with Spotify, the same time that he's trying to renegotiate things. And yeah, and again, I don't even think that he's doing that for himself. I think he's really doing that for all of the podcast platforms. So I still think that he's doing that. I think, honestly, it needs to be a conversation had, because just her reaching out to him after the situation and things of that sort doesn't necessarily mean that he didn't do these things, because a lot of women go back to their attacker. A lot of men go back to their attacker. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Yo, negative, man. When you got two fucking negative people, it attracts over and over and over, and sometimes it only stops. That's why it's so important. It only stops when somebody fucking gets killed. That's why it's so important to separate. You feel me? Because that negative, that shit be attracting motherfuckers to each other. So I can't speak much further than my opinion of it right now. I think both sides are hiding some things. I don't think Tahiri is totally lying. I don't think she's totally lying. So I'm a go with, I think both sides is hiding some things. So anyway, man, this is episode number 11 of the Cards Face Up podcast. I want to give a shout out to everyone who is listening, whether you're listening from one of your apps on your phone, whether you're watching it on YouTube, wherever you're listening to us at. I thank you, because it is because of you that we are having this amazing time doing this show. And again, you can reach me anywhere, you feel me? Cards Face Up podcast is on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, email. Wherever you want to reach us at, you can reach us at, man. We do Song of the Week. We also do listener submitted questions. Be free to hit us up, man. We are only who we are because of our listeners, and everyone that has listened to this point on up, we thank you. Got to give a shout out to the homies over at Never Going Back. I'm rocking y'all shirt today, you feel me? Shout out to y'all because I support that team. Mr. Clint, I appreciate you, brother, for everything. Tell the people where they can reach you at.
Charm City Kicks. Charm City Kicks, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Okay.
I'm a sneakerhead. I may be old, but I'm a sneakerhead. I living that lifestyle.
Spell it out for them so that they can get it.
Oh, I mean, Charm City. If you're from Baltimore, you know what Charm City is about.
Man,
Charm
we
City
bigger
Kicks.
than Baltimore, baby. We syndicated now, baby. We in different countries.
Shit.
You
Oh, fuck. Wow.
Yo, we everywhere.
Okay, well,
so you got to spell that out for them.
We got CharmCityKics.
Word, man.
That's global.
Clint, we appreciate you, brother.
Worldwide. Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on here. Real talk.
Man, thank you, man. Thank you, man. This is episode number 11 of the Cards Face Up podcast. We thank you. Y'all have a blessed one, okay? Stay safe out there. You dig?